Okay, so we're trying to get our channel going, and we thought it would be a good idea just to do a little get to know us a little bit video. So I guess we should start out by just kind of explaining why we chose to even do this to begin with. So, do you want to start? What's your ideas about us doing what is your thoughts on us doing the channel?
Well, I mean, it's just interesting for people to know and see and farm and daily lives. And I mean, we're probably a few of the people that's got like 1 billion grandbabies. And, we do have a big family. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we enjoy watching YouTubers that have similar interests that we have, and we learn from them, and we feel like we can add to that maybe out in this genre. And like he said, we have an enormous family, and they all live close, and that's our lab in the background playing with her toy. That's what the squeak is. But we have 21 grandkids, and everybody lives local, and they're almost all very involved in 4-H or some sort of farming club or activity or whatever, and we're very hands-on with them with that as well, and have a very close-knit family. And we also like to share our faith, and so we just kind of wanted to do a channel that would just intertwine all of that. And we're kind of at this crossroads in what season of life that we're in, and we kind of wanted to just do something fun that's not serious and taxing on us, but just something that we could enjoy doing together. So we thought, why not? This will be fun. What have we got to lose? So we're just going to answer just a few questions real quick, just to kind of get to know us a little bit better, kind of thing. So we're going to go with the first question is, and I'll ask you first.
Do they need to know my name?
Oh yeah, I'm Shelly Stroud, and this is
Tom Stroud,
my husband. Okay, so what is your favorite vegetable and fruit, and why?
Corn would be my favorite vegetable, and because I like corn. I like pickled corn. I like fresh corn. Mm-hmm. Pickled corn's from being raised on a farm as a kid. We Appalachian parents, so they did the pickled corn in the crock pots, and not crock pots. What are those things called?
The crocks, the big crocks. Ceramic crocks. Yeah.
So
yeah.
And the fruit. Well, probably strawberries would be my higher end on the fruits. That's the and strawberries and peaches and stuff like that.
I'm kind of hard on that one. I don't know. I love all vegetables. I guess if I had to pick like one vegetable that, if I couldn't have any other vegetable, it would probably be between a sweet potato and greens. I love greens. And fruit. Honestly, I'm not a huge fruit person. I love bananas, but I try not to eat a whole bunch of them because they're so sugary. But as far as like making something with a fruit, I would say peaches.
Stella,
get away from the tripod, baby. That's our lab again. But I love like peach jam. We make homemade peach jam from our peach trees, and you can use it so differently. Like, you can use it for sweet stuff, peach cobbler or whatever, toast. But also I make a peach jam with jalapeno in it that is great to glaze pork chops and stuff like that with. So I really, really like that. So
I think tomatoes would be on the.
It's considered a fruit
or vegetable.
Yeah.
But like tomatoes straight out of the garden, it's kind of still a little bit warm, but really ripe.
Like we just had today.
Yeah.
We just had our first 2 tomatoes this evening.
Top of the line.
There was 2, and we each got 1. They were small ones, but they were so delicious. They're just totally different than from the store. So I agree with that. So are you a morning person or more of a night owl?
100% morning.
Yeah, you are.
I like to get up early.
Yeah. I would say most of my life I've been more of a night owl. Not because I really chose to. I just don't sleep well at night. But I am kind of in this new season where I've been getting up a lot earlier, which for me to get up at 6:30 or 7, that's new. I am more of a 7:30, 8 a clock girl normally, but I'm really enjoying getting up earlier. So I'm hoping I can keep that up. My body just seems to be changing, and I'm thankful for that. I love getting up when the sun's coming up. It's beautiful out and everything. So, all right, what is your favorite thing to grow in the garden?
Corn, tomatoes. I mean, I don't know.
We're a little repetitive.
Anything that grows, really. I mean, once the plants get going,
Yeah.
it's just about anything that's going.
It's rewarding.
Right. It's just the process of watching, getting it, the seeds come up, and then watching it, and then taking care of it. Just about any of it, really, is kind of. Other than weeds, we don't like to grow weeds.
No, we don't like the weeds. I agree with that, but I will say I love growing things that we get like a multitude of, so that we can like can it and things like that. Like I'm super excited for this year because we really got a lot of potato plants put out and a lot of beans put out. So I'm really hoping we have a really good harvest with that, so that we can plenty of those and get us all the way through winter until next year. So I like putting things up, you know what I mean? So, and I like to freeze, but I don't like to count on freezing, because power goes out, everything you've frozen, it's ruined. But if you can get stuff that's shelf stable put up, then you're set. So I'll go with that. Favorite animal to raise on the farm, and why?
Probably cows. Cows is probably my favorite. Baby calves.
Yeah.
All cows have their own personality, just like dogs.
Yeah.
You got the sweet ones. You got the ones that's kind of got little attitudes.
Yeah.
You know. So, and they're like my therapy is usually more on the line like of brushing calves, taking care of calves, breaking calves, because it's such a time consumer. I mean, that's an everyday, couple hours a day. So you really get to know the calf, and the calf gets dependent on you, and that's you know, then it's
you develop a relationship.
Right.
We've raised just about everything, and I mean, we pretty much have everything back there right now. But I never grow tired of chickens, for the simple fact that I just feel like gathering eggs. Every time I gather eggs, I'm just amazed all over again. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that much for me, but it does. I'm just like, every single day we have fresh food from these same hens, and eggs can be used in 1,000 ways. So to me, it's just kind of like a little miracle, and just reminds me of another blessing of God. I just think it's so cool. And the ducks as well, and the turkeys. So
just about any baby animal. I mean,
oh yeah, we love all the babies.
Yeah,
all the babies are great.
There's the sheep, the lambs.
Absolutely, the ducklings.
Yeah.
Baby chicks.
Yeah.
And it's super exciting because we've hatched, golly, hundreds of chickens in our incubators. But when you actually get a broody hen that hatches her own babies, it's extra exciting, isn't it? And they raise them themselves, and we're not,
not involved.
Yeah, we're not involved. It's pretty cool to watch that happen. And we had that last year with a lot of the ducks. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of ducklings that a broody mommy hatched on her own, and it was really cool too. So, okay, we're kind of changing gears here with this next one. Favorite Bible verse?
Probably John 3:16 is that's the basics of the beginning. I mean, that's
salvation.
That's the salvation.
Yeah.
It's actually the creation. You know what I'm saying? God so loved the world. He actually, Genesis first, God created the world. We go through that part. But without that part, we wouldn't.
Where would everything else be?
Yeah, where would we be? We wouldn't.
Yeah.
We're the Gentiles, so we wouldn't have made the cut.
Right. Yeah. Gosh, this is a really hard question for me because I love the Bible. I love the Word. But I guess I will revert back to what has been my life verse for many, many years. I went through a period of time, and it was quite a long period, back when my kids were younger, and I had anxiety and panic attacks horribly. And we lived remote from all of our family, and we were just kind of on our own down there with 4 little kids, and him working long hours, and I literally just poured myself into the Word. But the verse that stuck out to me and truly helped me through that time was 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So that's been my life verse for many, many, many years. So I'm going to stick with that one as my very favorite because I still revert to it. Even just something small comes up that's just kind of, troubling my spirit. I revert back to that verse. So, okay. Favorite thing about being a grandparent?
Grandbabies.
What about it, though?
Well, they automatically think you're the greatest.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, when they're Pop, Gigi.
Yeah.
They just automatically are there. So, and you don't have to take care of them very long. And if they're dirty, you send them home. I mean, that's the good stuff. You have to deal with them.
Gosh, I have a lot of favorite parts about that too. I think one of my favorite things, I love what he just said too. You kind of always get to feel like the hero. You don't ever have to be the bad guy, which is great. But I kind of feel like when you have grandkids, it really makes you look back and see all of the mistakes that you made with your own children in the aspect of sweating the small stuff. And now it's like you just don't sweat the small stuff anymore. You enjoy the kids on such a deeper level because you know now, and you've got the wisdom now that you didn't have back when you were raising your own children of what's really important and what's not. So I love that. And I'm very thankful that all of our grandchildren are local. We're very blessed in that aspect because we have a lot of friends that their grandchildren are scattered across the United States and they don't have that opportunity to have the daily growth with their grandchildren. And so we're super excited to have all of our grandkids close. There's somebody in and out here almost every single day.
Yeah.
And we get to enjoy watching our grandkids grow up together and make memories together as cousins. He got to enjoy that growing up. I got to enjoy that growing up. But our kids didn't because they didn't have any cousins around their age. So to see our grandkids get to enjoy that with each other is just a real blessing. I love that.
Plus, it seems like you get to take a little bit more time in teaching grandbabies.
Yes.
Versus your kids, because you're in the humdrum, you're working, you're trying to survive in life, and then once you get older, not that we're older, but once you get a little bit older,
wiser,
you have more time. Not so much more time, but you take time.
That's it.
To teach a grandbaby something, or in my case, like I like to work with them with the cows, or work with them doing jobs. I mean, because work is a good thing too. I mean,
absolutely.
Kids need to learn how to work.
Yes, they do.
And sometimes you even
and be a little self-sufficient.
Right. Yep. So we've done some interesting training with grandbabies.
Absolutely.
Especially driving fence posts and
all of that. Well, clear back to I just think of one kind of cute memory clear back when our three oldest, which are now 21, almost 21 and 20, our three oldest kids. Actually, I think Stormy was there too, and she just turned 18. I can't remember. But anyway, so he was just teaching them about fishing and about catching them out of the lake or the pond or whatever, and processing them and cooking them in the whole 9 yards. And so he literally took them over to the pond. They caught a bass, wasn't it? Bass, a couple bass. And he showed them how you clean a fish, and then he cooked it, and they all tasted their first pond fish. And they loved it. And we still have video and pictures of that, and they'll never forget that. Those are the things they'll never forget. So they're going to forget the gifts that you get them at Christmas. I can promise you. I can guarantee it. But the experiences like that, they'll never forget those. They'll never forget those. We process chickens. All ages of our grandchildren help do that. They're never going to forget those memories.
And they actually like it. I mean,
they like being a help, and they like learning.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. They feel satisfied knowing they took part in that in the end. Like, they like being a part, so that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool to take them in, things like I like to hunt. I like hunting. I love bird hunting. And to take the kids, even when they're little, and trying to teach them how to hunt, whether they hit anything or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just that process. And, when you do when a child does, or a grandbaby does a whole year and they don't never hit nothing, but they're doing the process, and then that finally within that, like maybe the next year, they actually, get a bird or a game, and then the excitement that's
Oh yeah.
not just from that child, but the excitement from all the other grandbabies for that
Cheering
child.
them on.
Cheering them on.
Yeah. Being
it's
team effort.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Which is pretty cool too.
Right.
I love watching
It's
that.
a big deal.
And it's kind of cool how things are hand in hand as well, because he's always taught him with the hunting and everything, and we have big family hunting weekends here during pheasant season especially, and the kids don't even just look forward to the hunting part, but they look forward to the camaraderie
Yeah.
of knowing that we've got some extended family that comes in for these big hunt weekends, and they know that it's a big dinner too. I mean, we're going to have a weekend full of big meals that I'm preparing, and some of the girls are helping me, and if my cousin's wife comes up, she's helping me, and it's just fun. It's just a whole experience.
Yeah, and that's not just grand boys. I mean, that's
no.
I got some granddaughters that
yeah.
sharpshooters.
Yes, they are.
They can put the job on.
And they look adorable doing it.
Yeah.
And it's so cool, even with that. I love how things intertwine, because we do have a couple of the girls that aren't really into the hunting part, but they have taken my professional camera on the hunts and have gotten some amazing shots of our family hunting. Yeah. So good that our basement, which we have set up as kind of his lodge basement kind of cool guide place, and we've gotten great big canvases made down there of the photography that these kids have done out on the hunts.
Right.
Which is, I mean, they're priceless. Absolutely priceless.
Just because a kid never wants to pull a trigger don't mean they can pull the trigger
they're
on
still
a camera.
Clicking.
Right.
And a couple are just so amazing that one of our older granddaughters, Scarlett, done. We had some big ones made of hers, and we even had her sign it.
Yeah.
So that we'd always,
awesome
have that. That super cool.
And that stuff is going to last a lifetime.
Oh yeah, it'll be passed down and passed down, and super duper cool. This kind of, I think, goes along with a lot of the stuff we were just explaining. Favorite thing about having a big family.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of what we just said, but I think another great thing is just being able to count on instant community. So no matter what we've got going on, if somebody's moving, we're all there to help. If somebody's going through a hard time, we're all there to help. If, whatever it might be, if somebody has lost a dear pet, we're all there to mourn with that person, because their pet's our pet. We love them all. It's like, just, I don't even know what. Just
unless you're pulling weeds, and then nobody
likes that. Nobody. That's not true.
They did pretty good this year.
We did, yes. Emmaus and Lydia.
Two of the grandbabies that came over.
Lucy, she's killer puller, man. She's good.
Yeah.
And some of the others that I'm forgetting to mention.
But we made it fun, so you still have to make it fun, or else they just won't want to stay.
Yes, so. I have some videos somewhere. I'll have to pull that up at some point. Just this last time, and he had some oldies playing, and everybody's enjoying themselves, and he's acting silly with them, and so they're acting silly back, and make it as fun as you can. Okay. Favorite food or meal?
Pork chops that are fried, that is going to be slightly dry. Don't like flumpy. I don't like them where they're so moist. I like them slightly dry. That's how my mom made them when I was young. They were slightly dry. They're just perfect. That's my birthday. My birthday meal probably every year.
Mm-hmm. I still usually make pork chops on your birthday. I don't know if they're always dry enough.
Most of the time they're pretty close.
Let's see. Boy, I don't know.
That's a throwback, and like, why is my pork chop so moist?
Right. I'm like,
who says that?
That's good. That's a good pork chop.
Right. I like them dry pork chops.
I think mine would be, I like when we have breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
I love having, homemade sausage gravy and homemade biscuits and some fried apples and things like that. That's probably my favorite. Describe a perfect summer evening.
Perfect summer evening. Probably swing by grandbabies or kids, and when we're sitting on the porch, just kind of relaxing, nothing planned.
Yeah.
People just swing in and they sit on the porch and talk. That's probably and it's kind of been a hot day, cooling down. The relax point,
Yeah. And
that's probably my favorite.
Exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. That is a perfect summer evening to me. And kind of takes me back to when our kids were really little, and you'd get home even though it was late, and we'd eat dinner, and then end the day with our kids riding their bikes up and down the dead end street that we lived on, and we would just simply sit on the front porch with some homemade iced tea.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the best. Those are the absolute
So by trade,
best.
we're not farmers, but not by trade. We kind of have grown into the farm, but it's mainly been construction and stuff like that. So long hours and a different lifestyle.
He's been an excavator since he was, what, 16?
17, yep.
16, 17. And we moved to a little tiny community town, Lynchburg, Ohio. And we was very blessed because our house backed up to a great big open field that an older gentleman lived or owned. And there was a creek back there and everything, and he let us basically have the run of that. And so we kind of had that country feel even in town. And we lived on a dead-end little street. And then we built outside of Lynchburg in the country. And we started with our animals out there. We had goats. Now, he grew up on a farm. He grew up on a farm.
I grew up farm boy.
I grew up in the city. But I've always loved the country living. My aunt and uncle lived on big farms, and I absolutely loved going to their house to visit and stuff. So I think it was kind of in both of us that this was the ultimate of what we wanted out of our lives. And so we've been here for 21 years.
Yep, something like that.
21 years, and we've been full-fledged into it for probably at least 17.
Right.
At least 17 years, with really heavily into the animals and the gardening and the trying to be as self-sufficient as we can and building on that every year.
Right. And all that comes with time. I mean,
oh yeah.
You're 18 years old. Ain't nobody throwing no
a lot of hard work and
land at you. It's like be a farmer,
and failures.
Right.
And yeah.
It's always a process.
Ups and downs financially.
Working to get to that point. It's always tough.
Yeah. And we have some years, like I put on some of the other videos that I've already done. The last 2 years, we haven't even had a garden because
we had time. Well,
the year before last, I think we put one out, but we just got so busy it just dried up and went to waste. And then last year we didn't even bother because we had our daughter's wedding coming up in August of last year, and it literally took every bit of our time. It just truly did. So we didn't even bother putting one out, which is fine. So I think that's why we're extra excited this year because we've got our raised beds going, which he put together, all brand new raised beds. He had to take out the whole area and redo it. And then we've also got 2 big plots out for the potatoes and the beans. Right. So
just go with the flow, though. I mean, like this year, there's no baby calves. That didn't go
which
good.
we got to figure that out. So that that's a whole nother video.
No baby calves, and then 1 year no garden. So it's like just always going with the flow, trying to figure things out.
Giving and taking. So here is the last question. What do you look forward to most on the farm after you retire in a couple of years?
Having time to run the farm, having time to actually dedicate just to get all my stuff done. Because now it's like, you're up at 5:30, you're starting your work day, and then you're off at 5:30 or 6, and then your farm day starts from 5:36 till 9 or 10, which is always like rush, try to get this done.
Yeah.
So having time to dedicate to
much more tasking instead of enjoying.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree, and I feel the same way. I just can't wait until we actually have more time together,
right?
To commit to it together, because even now it's kind of like we're separate because of his work schedule, and I'm carrying a lot of stuff in my basket as well. I mean, we essentially have 3 businesses right now. I mean, we really do. We've got his excavation business, we've got the business of the farm, which people don't think is a lot, but it is. I mean, when we're raising Highland cattle, we show them, we sell them. You've got your side sales with eggs and, just all the stuff, and which we want to grow the farm side of our business much, much larger. But we've got that. And then we also have a short-term rental in Florida that we worked very hard, very, very hard to get to the point of being able to purchase a couple years ago. So, and like we said, a huge family with everything going on. So we are busy almost all of the time. So I'll be really thankful when one thing is off our plate with the excavation business and we can commit so much more time.
Right. Mostly off the plate. I still.
Yeah, he's going to dabble, but the business won't be.
The business won't be here.
Right. But we have big plans. We've built a great big beautiful barn. We are hoping to start classes back there, hoping maybe to do some children's farm school, maybe during the summer. We've got a lot of plans, a lot of things in our books that we want to carry out, and, you know, produce sales and all the 9 yards, and fellowship things. We want to, we want to have events out here to where we can fellowship with you and other farmers and people that don't farm at all but just want to come and enjoy the farm. So I think that's about.
I mean, it's a place that, a farm area. I mean, it depends on what kind of farm you're looking at, but I mean, typically it's a place to relax. I mean, that's the idea. Is to be
that's what we want. That's
walk.
what we. Okay, we've got to refinish this up really quick because my phone ran out of memory. So we was at the very end of it anyway, but we was just covering real quickly some of the things that we hope to do back there on the property. And we were just talking about how we want our farm to be a source of respite and relaxation and just some quiet joy for everybody that comes here. And I was also telling you all that we actually have a baptismal beach in our pond back there, which has already been used a few times for baptisms. And we're really in prayer and hoping that there'll be a lot of faith-based gatherings here, and that the pond will be used for more baptisms, and people's lives being changed. You know, we want it all. We're praying for it all. We're expecting it and looking forward to it, and we want to grow a sense of fellowship here on our farm. So farming and fellowship and faith, I think, and family is our main goals. Does that sound about right to you?
Right on the spot.
So, okay, I think that's about it. We just wanted to give a little ending because it cut us off. We thought we had videoed it all, and when we were looking back on it, it had cut us off. So that's where things stand now, and we're looking forward to it. And so we're really trying to build this channel. We'd like for you to like our videos, share our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends, and just start following us along on this journey that we hope to be just fun, truly.
Yep.
So I think that's about it, right?
That's it for me.
So it's time for coffee, right?
Right.
All right. Night, everybody.
Night.